I've spoken to both families. They've arrived from interstate. They've been waiting for news, and each day, each hour was, an agonising wait.
It's the news which, in a single moment, brought both devastation and relief.
We're very confident that we have located Luke and Jessie.
Police locating 2 bodies in Bungonia, southwest of Sydney. 20 minutes from the area officers were searching yesterday.
What we will allege is that the accused went to the first property at Bungonia, which is the first property that was searched, and then moved the bodies to the current location.
The breakthrough came courtesy of Luke and Jessie's accused murderer, Senior Constable Beau Lamarre-Condon.
The accused finally obtained legal counsel this morning, and we were subsequently straight out to jail and asked for his assistance.
He provided assistance to the investigation. We were able to provide a location of where Luke and Jessie were.
The men's loved ones are now travelling to the crime scene, where the investigation is ongoing.
They're in surf bags, which, as we allege, was used to transport the bodies from the house at Paddington.
Police hoping to provide more answers to the families of the beloved couple, who can now, at least, be laid to rest.
Today, it's obviously a mixed emotion for the family. It's a very sad day for them, and we pass our condolences on to the Davies and Baird family.
I think locating Jessie and Luke today will allow the families and everyone else to take the next step.
Joining us from Bungonia is 10 News First reporter Samara Gardner. Samara, what more can you tell us about where Luke and Jessie were found?
Where we are here in Bungonia, it's quite a remote area, and just a few minutes ago the family of Luke Davies and Jessie Baird have travelled down to the scene. The bodies of their loved ones remain here tonight. Just a few hours ago they were discovered by police. Their bodies, we were told, were found inside surfboard bags along the side of a road near a boundary fence. It's not far from where police had been searching over the last couple of days, but it certainly wasn't in the direct vicinity. And of course, they only came to be here after chatting with the accused earlier today.
And just on that, what more can you tell us about Lamarre-Condon's cooperation with the police?
Well, up until this point, we've been told that Lamarre-Condon had not been cooperating with police, but for whatever reason, something or someone seems to have changed his mind today after senior inspectors went to Silverwater Correctional Centre earlier this morning, and they had an interview with Lamarre-Condon, and that's when police said he allegedly revealed the exact location of Jessie Baird and Luke Davies, leading police to this discovery just a few hours ago.
OK, we'll leave it there. Samara, thanks for your time.
One of their own charged with murder, many are focusing on how Senior Constable Beau Lamarre-Condon ever passed the force's psychological screening and how he was allegedly able to access a gun outside work hours. Commissioner Karen Webb coming under fire for calling the alleged murder a
crime of passion.
Whenever I hear the term crime of passion, I cringe. These things are very complicated matters, and that sort of passes it off as being something in the heat of a moment, and certainly not appropriate for a commissioner to make that comment.
Are there questions over your leadership?
No. And that's offensive.
The Commissioner today dismissed the criticisms.
There will always be haters. Haters like to hate. Isn't that what Taylor says?
The fury from the queer community over the force's response saw Mardi Gras organisers uninvite police, requesting they withdraw from marching in this year's parade.
This is not just about the tragic murder last week of Jessie Baird and Luke Davies. It's about a history of violence, discrimination and over-policing of the queer community. And this is the last straw for the community, which has prompted the Mardi Gras board to finally make a decision that has been called for years.
We've been trying for years to actually bring the police and the public closer, to develop better working relationships, to deal with the problems of the past and improve the future. So to exclude the police from that sets us back a couple of years, and I don't think this is the time for it. We need to be working together, not apart.
But the community is divided over the best way forward.
The Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras board is reflecting a community concern and frustration with the police and with historic policing practices. However, it's my view that it's best that the police stand with us 365 days a year, and that includes during the Mardi Gras parade.
So, with the spotlight on not just the investigation but the force itself, how can police ease growing concern in the community?
New South Wales Police Commissioner Karen Webb joins us now. Commissioner, the accused is one of your own. He allegedly used a police-issued weapon. How much responsibility does the force take for this?
Well, I've made it clear from the beginning that whilst this is a homicide investigation, we've also declared it as a critical incident investigation, which means that our oversight agency, the Law Enforcement Conduct Commission, will also be oversighting the investigation to look at the circumstances relating to this issue. In addition to that, I have commenced an internal review, which started on the weekend, to look at our own systems and processes around the access to firearms on and off duty, in particular where it relates to a specialist unit or where officers are performing duties not at their normal place of work. To assist me in that, I've asked the Chief Commissioner from Victoria Police to assist me with the services of a senior officer to help us work through that, to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Commissioner, a lot of questions are being asked now about how the accused was allowed into the force in the first place. Do you accept as a starting point that your psych evaluation process has failed?
Well, that will all be subject to the investigation, and of course not only will we look at the circumstances of the homicide of Jesse and Luke, but we'll go backwards. We'll go back to his recruitment file and anything else that's relevant, and then it won't be until we've done that investigation, it will go before the court and the coroner, and then we'll be able to determine that. But it's certainly too early to say if there are red flags. It hasn't been brought to my attention, but we're open to all of those avenues, and we have to look at all of those avenues. We need to know some answers.
This case, Commissioner, it's stirred up a lot of big emotions. How would you describe police's relationship with the queer community at the moment?
Well, in some sectors it's tense, and people in the community are concerned about the relationship and whether that relationship has deteriorated because of this. Other people in the community remain still the same in terms of the way they view police, knowing that we're talking about the actions of an individual who's currently before the court charged with 2 counts of murder. This is a domestic-related, stalking-related murder investigation. As I said, the accused is before the court. This is not a gay hate crime, and it's shouldn't be conflated that way. And certainly, I've got members of the organisation who are part of the community as well. So it's really a shock to everyone in the community. But I think now that we've found Jesse and Luke, we need to find a way to work together and move forward.
As Police Commissioner and an integral part of the community, how do you feel that some don't want to see a police uniform in the parade on Saturday?
Well, that's what I heard when I met with Mardi Gras today, because of the concerns of a couple of issues, and that obviously on the back of the Special Commission of Inquiry into gay hate that was tabled at the end of the year, and we're working through the recommendations of that report, coupled with the murders that have been committed now before the court. So, of course, that's caused some concern in the community, and, that worries us, and that's not the place we want to be in. We've been involved with Mardi Gras and participated in Mardi Gras for the last 20 years, and it's been a real capacity builder, a real community builder between police and the LGBTIQ plus community, and it's important that we find a way forward now.
Okay, New South Wales Police Commissioner, thank you for your time.
Thank you.